I used to have these dreams where kelp fronds wrap around me, pulling me down tighter and tighter. I would hear these voices, advocate for us. As I accept these voices, the grip loosens and I am back to the safety of the shores, overlooking the great African sea forest. This is one of the world's richest life support systems, and I knew that I needed to protect it. My name is Loyiso Dunga. I'm a marine biologist. I come from a township called Khayelitsha in the southern tip of Africa. When I went for my first free dive, I felt this strong sense of belonging. I could hear my heart beating ever loud. I could feel somehow more and more connected to my wild being. The kelp forest became more and more familiar. There is tiny critters moving away, different creatures everywhere you look. They provide this three-dimensional structure where you found a home inside a home. Kelp forests protect the coastlines from the harsh waves. They absorb the CO2 from the atmosphere and surrounding waters, and from this they make the oxygen we breathe. They rival the services of the Amazon forest. Khayelitsha is situated quite close to the ocean. In African folklore, we are taught that the ocean is sacred and one must never approach it without caution. It is where our ancient ancestors rest. My house in Khayelitsha is led by my mom. Her name is Nobuntu. Nobuntu means humanity. The first time I actually shared with her my newfound love of the ocean, she said, I'm not gonna allow my son to go to the ocean to commit suicide. Who knows what's out there? But if a shark eats you, please, you have to reconsider this career. My grandfather came to stay with us because of his blindness. We've been having discussions about the different worlds we grew up in. His knowledge has been passed down through time, through generations. My grandfather shares with me the different way of life in connection with the ocean. The kelp forests that are hugging the coastline of South Africa are relatively healthy. In many parts of the world, these kelp forests have been reported to have been declining, including California and Australia. The effects of climate change are threatening the balance of many ecosystems that are core to biodiversity. If we do nothing, these ecosystems will collapse.
Ike. How are you? Nice to meet you. It was really amazing to meet up with Loyiso and have him teach me a little bit more about all the kelp forests.
Whoa! Dude, look at this. Look, it's
pretty massive, eh?
I tell you. This one, unofficially call it Rastafari kelp. Because it just looks like, yeah, just like me. This is our future.
Yeah.
So we need to use every platform we can get to show people they function exactly the same way as the forest we know on land. Ooh, this one's a beauty, look. Can you see the different shades of thickness? Yes. So inside this part, yeah, that's where all the babies are.
Okay, wow. I actually finally got to learn a lot more and just be a little bit more educated on what's underneath us and how important it is. 462.
Woo.
We have many surf breaks that are covered with kelp. It really is this love-hate relationship. When you're paddling out, it's pretty intimidating and obviously it's an obstacle.
Mikey is an incredible surfer and a waterman, and these waters are our heritage. He has spent most of his life on the surface. I wanted to show him the beauty that is below.
It's called Castle Rock. It shelters us from the waves, makes for a very calm dive day.
Diving through the kelp forest was such an amazing experience. It's crazy how much you see underneath there, and it's just really, really beautiful, and it's a real privilege to be able to have that experience. Kelp is something that I've completely looked past my whole life. I feel like I value it so much more. I have a whole new perspective on, what's beneath.
And it goes all the way up and all the way to the south.
Yeah, it's amazing.
My grandfather shares with me a set of knowledge deemed different from my scientific knowledge because he grew up very close to the ocean. It dawned on me that to complete the cycle of our discussion and all I've been learning from him about the ocean, I would be happy if I could take him back to the ocean, to show him the sunset, to listen to the sound of the waves, to let his ankles feel the cold seawater, a place that he has not been to for a very long time. My dream, my mission is to educate the world, to share what kelp forests are, the role they play, and what is going to be our world without kelp forests.